So you want to know the difference between nihilism and existentialism, but you don't know where to start. Doomers sometimes think they mean the same thing, but are they? Let's find out how nihilism's quiet surrender paved the way for the existentialist revolution. Firstly, let's dive into a topic that's darker and more mysterious than space itself: nihilism. Picture this: you're on a quest for the ultimate meaning of life, and suddenly, bam! You hit a wall called nihilism. It whispers, "Guess what? There's no treasure at the end of this rainbow." Intrigued? Let's break it down. Nihilism says life has no inherent meaning, purpose, or value. Yep, you heard that right. All those dreams, goals, and beliefs? Nihilism claims they're just illusions, distractions from the cold, hard truth that the universe doesn't care about us. But here's where it gets really interesting. Imagine living your life with this mindset. Sounds like a total disappointment, right? But hold on. For some, embracing nihilism isn't about despair. It's about freedom. When nothing matters, you're free to create your own rules, your own meaning. Think about it. No more stressing about whether your actions fit into some grand cosmic plan. You get to be the author of your own story. But how does that even work? Here's the kicker. By accepting that life might be meaningless, some people find the courage to live more authentically. They stop worrying about what society thinks and start living for themselves. It's like leveling up in a game where you make your own rules. How cool is that? But we're just scratching the surface here. How do these self-made meanings hold up against the harsh realities of life? And what happens when a nihilist meets an existentialist? Okay, then let's tackle a philosophy that's all about turning life's chaos into your own playground. Existentialism. Imagine you're dropped into a world with no instructions, no rules, and no clear purpose. Sounds insane, right? Well, that's where existentialism kicks in and says, you've got the power to create your own meaning. Existentialism is all about embracing the freedom to define your own existence. While nihilism whispers that life has no meaning, existentialism shouts, "So what? Make your own." Think about it. The universe doesn't hand you a script. You get to write your own story, choose your own adventures, and decide what matters to you. But there's a twist. This freedom comes with a big responsibility. Intrigued? Let's dig deeper. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast, unexplored jungle. Existentialism is the philosophy that hands you the machete and says, go create your own path. It's about being authentic, making choices that reflect who you truly are, not who others expect you to be. This might sound liberating, but it also means there's no one to blame for your choices but yourself. A little scary, right? But here's the catch. Embracing this freedom and responsibility can lead to a richer, more fulfilling life. When you stop searching for a predefined purpose and start creating your own, every moment becomes an opportunity. How do you make these choices, and what do they reveal about you? Existentialists navigate the chaos of life and find meaning in the most unexpected places. But how do they balance freedom with responsibility without losing their minds? As we set up the epic showdown between two philosophical heavyweights, nihilism versus existentialism. Picture the ultimate cage match of ideas, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Ready to see which one comes out on top? In one corner, we have nihilism, the dark and brooding philosophy that whispers, life has no meaning. It's like the ultimate plot twist. Everything you thought mattered is just a cosmic joke. But don't count it out just yet. In the other corner, we've got existentialism, the rebellious underdog that yells, life might be meaningless, but you can make your own purpose. This philosophy is all about seizing your freedom and embracing responsibility. It's like turning a blank page into a masterpiece. But how do these two go head to head? Imagine nihilism as a storm cloud, casting doubt and shadow over everything. It challenges existentialism's bright idea of self-created meaning. But existentialism fires back, turning that doubt into fuel for personal empowerment. It's like watching an epic chess game where each move changes the stakes. But who will outsmart whom? Here's where it gets juicy. How does this clash shape the way we see the world? If life really is meaningless, why bother with anything? And if we can create our own meaning, how do we deal with the weight of that freedom? These questions just keep the battle raging. But hold on, the fight's not over yet because we need to ask, why do existentialists often not notice nihilism lurking in the shadows? First off, Nihilism is all about embracing the void. It says, hey, life is meaningless, deal with it. Existentialists, on the other hand, shout, sure, life might be meaningless, but we can make our own purpose. So why don't existentialists notice nihilism hanging out in the background, casting its shadow? It's like they're in completely different worlds, even though they're talking about the same stuff. Imagine this. You're at a wild party. Nihilism is the quiet guy in the corner, sipping his drink and watching the chaos unfold. Existentialism is the life of the party, dancing in the middle of the room, making the most of every moment. They're in the same place, but their focus is totally different. Here's the twist. Existentialists are so busy creating meaning and taking charge of their lives, they often miss nihilism's quiet whispers. It's like being so engrossed in a football match that you don't notice the spectators. But how long can they keep dancing without acknowledging the silent presence of nihilism? And here's where it gets even more fascinating. What happens when these two perspectives finally meet? Can existentialists maintain their upbeat, proactive stance when faced with nihilism's stark reality? Or will they have to rethink everything? How do they turn existential dread into a powerful force for good? Well, imagine being dropped into a survival tournament with no rules, no guide, just pure, raw existence. How do you make sense of it all? Buckle up, because we're about to uncover the secret superpower of existentialist resilience. Existentialists look at the randomness of life and think, challenge accepted. They embrace the absurdity, using it as fuel to create their own purpose. It's like turning a blank canvas into a masterpiece, and you're the artist. But how do they pull off this epic transformation? It's like being in a storm. While nihilists might see only the chaos, existentialists see an opportunity to dance in the rain. They make bold choices, live authentically, and create meaning through their actions. It's not about what life hands them, it's about what they do with it. But what's the secret sauce that keeps them going? Here's the kicker. Existentialists thrive on freedom and responsibility. They believe that every choice is a chance to define themselves. It's like having a superpower that turns obstacles into stepping stones. But here's a twist. How do they stay resilient without getting overwhelmed by the sheer weight of their freedom? We've tackled the dark depths of nihilism with its whispers of life's meaninglessness. Then we danced in the rain with existentialists who showed us how to create our own meaning out of chaos. These philosophies might seem like opposites, but they both dive deep into the core of what it means to be human. So, what have we learned? First off, life's unpredictability and lack of inherent meaning can seem daunting. But that's exactly what makes it so exciting. Imagine a game where the rules aren't set, where you get to decide your own path. That's the essence of our human experience. But how do we navigate this game without getting lost or overwhelmed? Existentialists teach us to embrace our freedom and responsibility. It's about making choices that reflect who we truly are, even when life seems absurd. It's about resilience, authenticity, and creating our own purpose. But here's the big question. Can we blend the insights from both nihilism and existentialism to lead a more fulfilling life? First up, let's start with nihilism. Use it as a springboard to freedom. With no predefined purpose, you're free to create your own. Imagine you're in a virtual reality where you build your own stages. Every choice you make shapes your path. How cool is that? Now, here's the twist. Balance that freedom with existentialism. This philosophy isn't just about recognizing life's absurdity, it's about embracing it and taking control. Step 1. Live authentically. Do what genuinely makes you happy and aligns with your true self. No more living by someone else's rules, but how do you stay motivated when things get tough? Easy. Set small, meaningful goals. Each achievement, no matter how tiny, adds to your sense of purpose and keeps you going. And don't forget the power of community. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and share your passions. Their energy will keep you pumped. If you want to learn more about philosophy, make sure to check out this video.